to Still Dripping Happy Hour.
Welcome to episode 199 of the Still Dripping Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes. Holla.
You know what it is. I'm surrounded by cats, bro. You can't see, they're right on the fringe, just like all interested in what's going on. Here comes one. Oh,
Well, Hayes and I, maybe I should say, if you're playing this Still Dripping Drinking game, the Still Drinking game, you can go ahead and take your shot for the cats.
cat.
Man, it's been a week. Hayes, how you hanging in there?
It's been terrible. This has been a 2-week stretch. It's been longer than that. This has been a crappy year. You know, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm talking to myself as much as anybody. Most years are going to be really, really crappy and really, really good and all at the same time. Most of them. And, you know, that's how it's going to go until the Lord returns. And you know, the last few weeks, it just really sucked. Like, more so than any year, I just have had, it's just been more bad than good this year. And it's just been that's how 2024 has been. And it's ending in it's just crappy. And, you know, there's never also cats in heat. If you're judging at home, this is our first experience with that. They're just it's just been a really crappy few weeks, and that's just how it goes. And it's going to be that way. And the option I have is whine and complain, or just keep going and grit through it. And I'm just gritting through it, but also I want a break. Especially from work. I need a break. Everything, I'm irritable, extremely related to my job right now. And I just need a break. And the good news is, I don't know about you, my last work day is the 20th, and then I'm off until the 2nd or 3rd.
That's awesome.
Are you that, or you have to work?
No, I took PTO for like starting the 27th to like the 1st, but I probably won't take it. You just got knocked out. There you go.
It was a cat.
But
it was this one. This is Buttercup.
Buttercup. All right, but yeah. So I mean, I'll work from home some, and you know,
last year I burned time. I burned days off. I'm very fortunate where I have so many days off that it's hard to use it all. And last year I ended up burning a bunch of days that I didn't use, and I was like, screw that, man. Like I can't
do that.
I can't do it. I'm not doing that again. And so I had so much saved up. This is that stretch where if you take 3 or 4 days, you get 12 or 13 days off in a row. And I'm like, I'm in, and I'm taking it. I need a break. Yeah. I got to get away from these idiots. And I just there. That's just how it is, you know? So I'm sorry. That was more than what you asked.
No worries, man. That's what we're here for, right? Hey, you're sipping on something tonight.
First time in weeks and weeks. Yeah.
I had that the other day, and it always makes me think. So, you know, we started the 75 hard. We all stopped around the same time for different circumstances. We're picking it back up. Hayes is picking it back up in 2 days, you said?
Saturday is my first day.
So he's going 85 or 86 hard. We've added Will to the 75 Hard group between me, Hayes, and Dan. And Hayes told us before the pod that we're going to add a couple more. So if you're interested in 75 Hard, I don't want it to get like too big, but we still got room in this group right now that let us know. I'll say the guy that's joining is, I mean, he's my age. We went to school together, but I keep up with him a little bit, and he is like a person that we would aspire to be, like in terms of like reading the Bible. And man, I hope he will share with our group like some of the stuff that he's gone through, because he's been through some stuff, some really tough life stuff. But yeah, he's a really good guy, and so I'm excited for him to join our group. I need to find out where he's living right now. He might be able to join us on a live
Do you
pod.
have children or anything?
He has. If you looked at your Marco Polo today, he has one child.
I didn't. Crap.
So this will be his third or fourth time doing 75 Hard, but the first since he's had a child.
How
he's
old
like,
is he again? Your age?
He's my age. I think he has a daughter who's, I guess, less than one, maybe one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say about this, and I feel like it's well documented, but it's been about a year since I talked about it. On a whim, these Ronnie and Fry Guy were like, "Hey," and another guy, like, "Hey, Mr. Hayes." They didn't know me as well at that point. It was like, "Mr. Hayes, you want to do this?" And I was like, "Mr. Hayes, like, yeah, we're gonna do 75 Hard." And I literally sat like this, didn't have a clue what it was, and I went, "Yeah, I'll do it." Didn't know what it was, didn't know what I was signing up for, just said, "Yep." I knew I was at a place at 44 where I wanted to make some drastic changes, and I needed the accountability and the help. And and I've largely maintained it until fall break. Fall break was my motivation. This is October, right? October is when it went down. So I haven't worked out now in a month, and I feel just crappy about that. And so when Mason was like, "Hey, let's do this," of course. But it's a very, I Mason and I are on the same page here. Is, man, I can make just about anything a spiritual experience. I can make Harry Potter a spiritual experience. I can make, and dude, I'm telling you, 75 Hard is a godly experience. It's not just about getting in shape. You want some habits that stick with you for a long time, man. 75 Hard is I think the Lord for whoever came up with that idea. Is tough, and there's no way to get through it without having others and giving it up to God. And so anyway, that's my promotion for doing 75 Hard. We're not getting paid for that. Free advertisement. We would love for you to be involved. Mason's being generous. Like, bro, let's make it a thing. And it's a community. It's going to help you out. It's going to help me out. It's going to help us out. You'll be a better husband, father, man, by doing it. And I think if you're listening to this, whether you're in Bangladesh or Ukraine or France, I think you should do it. So holler at us, hit the DM, you know how to get in touch with us. It ain't hard. All right, and that's it.
Hard. Yep. All right. Well, perfect. Man, I was going to save this for next week, and maybe I'll have a little more in-depth version of this next week. But since you mentioned it, wherever you're listening from, I pulled up today the last 12 months of our statistics.
Oh, wow.
That we probably haven't
Can't believe you did that to yourself.
Since then. But you said Bangladesh. I don't know where Bangladesh is.
Couldn't tell you. Do we have a listener from there?
I don't think so. But it feels like in my mental geography that it's probably close to Singapore, right?
I couldn't tell you where Singapore is. Where's that?
Asia. That's all I got. But we have the second most listeners. Beating Canada this year was Singapore.
Singapore. Thank
Who
you,
is in
Singaporeans. Hey, listen, no crap. It's Christmas time. Singaporeans, if you're listening to this, hit us up. I'll send you something for free. Like, no crap. I will send you a gift for listening to us in Singapore. I'll pay for the shipping. Hit us
Where's
up.
Singapore,
Like, no
man?
crap. If you are listening to this podcast, I would thank you. You could definitely be listening to something else. I hope you're getting it translated, and I hope it's not weird. I hope not like like
We're
goat.
probably saying all these things crazy in Singapore. They're like, listen to these guys.
Listen, hey, let me do you one. Let me do you a favor, Singapore. Goat foot. I hope that in Singaporean that means like a mule just slapped you in the face with its wiener. I hope that's what that means.
Okay. Singapore is an island, country, and city-state in Southeast Asia. It's one main island and 63 satellite islands.
Dang. So it's got to be near or close to the Marshall Islands where my children are from. It's got to be in that ballpark. Vicinity.
Looks like it's like right off of China.
That's close to the Marshall Islands. So the Marshall Islands is like a mixture of Hawaiian and Chinese, Japanese too. And they're all kind of converged Pacific Islander.
Okay.
Shout out to the Marshallese folk.
Yeah. Yep. So 86 downloads. So that's more than number of podcasts that we listened or that we recorded this year.
Crap.
This is the 50th or 51st podcast of this year. And so they've had
hey, listen to this.
Downloads in
Look,
Singapore.
this isn't like I understand that this is going to feel like a cheap shot. Do you feel like Landon's been on that many podcasts this year?
Yeah, Singapore.
Probably not.
Singaporeans have heard Landon's
That's
voice
what
one or two times.
Man, it'd be interesting to statistically know how many.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
Dan,
right, I'll just give you
not
a
much more
rundown.
than that. And I'm not hating. It's not a hating thing. We do this for free.
Yeah. There's about 20 different countries represented here. So you got Singapore, Canada, Brazil, China, 17 from China.
Shout out Chinese.
10 from Germany.
Germans.
Big on the drinking game, maybe.
That's right.
Or that.
I just hailed Hitler. I just totally hailed Hitler on accident. That was not purpose. I went, and that is not what I meant. I wasn't doing it that way. Don't cancel me over that. You can cancel me over anything else, but I'm not a Hitler guy. Okay, keep going. Sorry, Mason.
Malaysia, Russia, four downloads from Russia.
Okay.
More than the United Kingdom. Oh, here's your country right here, Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Hell
yeah.
And then to round it out, we've got Angola, Switzerland, Ireland, India, Italy. All the I's there. Mozambique. Where's Mozambique?
It's got to be like Africa-ish, somewhere in that vicinity. I just know the continents, man. I remember there's a continent song, and I can
Mozambique's in Africa.
Yeah.
Romania and Ukraine. So our Ukraine listeners are down this year as opposed to last year. But yeah, we can only do what we can do. Am I right? So I'd love to see if YouTube, that's purely podcast. Now YouTube would have a different setup, and so we'll have to look at that. Maybe we'll compile those for next week or maybe 2 weeks from now for a year-end episode. Get a little recap of the year going.
Yeah.
But anyways,
hey, well, let's make this real. Hey, look, I'm gonna. If you are listening to this, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm surprised I'm gonna do this, but this is how serious I am. I'm gonna give you my personal email. If you are in any of these countries and you would like to, we would like to know at least who you are. You know, if nothing else, like that'd be cool. This is cool that somebody's listening, even if it's not an accident. Maybe it's a bot. Like, let's give it. Maybe it's
Could be.
some
No
bot.
idea.
Okay, but nonetheless, here's my personal email. Or you know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to give you the Still Dripping email. It's get this still, STILL, drippin, DRIPPIN, TN, T as in Tom, N as in Nancy, at Gmail. Oh no, I think it's Still Drippin Biz. Is that it?
I thought it was just still dripping TN at gmail.com.
Let's just say it's Still Drippin TN at gmail.com. Email us. We want your communication. I'd love to chat with you. And that's it.
Amen. Amen. All right. I think now is an appropriate time to give the people what they want, and we'll jump into Inside the Box.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
I said that, and then once the music was playing, I realized I don't know how many people listen to this for sneaker news, which maybe we should get a poll. What do you
Are
think?
you going to do a poll? We haven't engaged with our social tribes it's been a bit.
It's been a bit.
It's been a bit.
There goes the straight pull of tequila.
Listen, I do not advocate for this. I do not drink hardly at all anymore, but I'm not going to get wasted right now. I just wanted the taste before I start 75 hard with Mason. And so I couldn't find a cup. Yep, you're getting it just straight out of the bottle because I don't have much left. So judge me. Don't give a crap.
I'll share my alcohol story after the Inside the Box, but
Okay.
I'll keep it moving for now. All right. So first up, next week, a week from today, we're 7 days away from Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And here is your, not all of them, but most of the NBA sneakers for Christmas. You've got represented here on this slide if you're on YouTube. If you're not, I'll tell you, we've got the Giannis, we've got the KD, we've got the LeBron, the Anthony Edwards, the Donovan Mitchell, the Devin Bookers, and the Ja Morant's picture. Apologies if I left your favorites off. These are the most prominent ones.
Where's Austin Reeves?
Where's
that dude we talked about last week? Keonis.
Brandon
remember?
Pajemski?
No. Remember the other random dude I told you about, the Steph Curry story? Steph Curry.
Oh, yes. He's not a signature athlete.
I can't even remember what it is. He's got anyway.
Do you have a favorite from this section? I feel like I probably know it, but
okay, so I'm going to make it less predictable. I think just due to that comment, because I knew you were going to say that, my favorite here would be the KDs. I feel like it's the most Christmassy of all of them. Ja, of course, that's what you were going to say.
Yeah.
But the KD, I feel like it's got, in the least whatever way, it feels like Frozen. It feels like a Christmas movie, which I love. I don't love that it doesn't match or have anything to do with his jersey colorway. But if you were to look at this outside the, I don't like these Donovan Mitchells at all.
No,
but
they don't.
But the colors,
like Christmas to me.
The colors say Christmas, red and green.
Kind of.
If you were gonna,
red.
no, but it's more about that shoe is horrible. It's less about the color and more about the shoe. These KDs look like a Christmas ornament in the best way. They are beautiful. The color, the way it looks like snow. It looks like you have a white Christmas. You and me don't know what that's like. We've had a white Christmas twice in our lifetime. I feel like I was wearing those shoes during opening gifts. I feel like I would have a white Christmas.
Yeah. It is a beautiful shoe. It is really a beautiful shoe. It's a very light blue. It feels like we really leaned into an Elvis blue Christmas with some of these.
That feels more Frozen and less Elvis.
Yeah, I'm with you with the KDs. The other ones though, like the Edwards,
the AEs are totally Elvis, right?
Yeah.
The Giannis is up here more Elvis. KD is more let it go, if you
Yeah, I'm with you. What's the worst pair up here?
The Donovan Mitchell by far.
Really?
There's not a second. That's
The
hard.
LeBrons are pretty bad.
I mean,
look at the laces. The laces are pretty bad.
Don't love the laces. Hate the shoe though. The Donovan Mitchell shoe is just an awful shoe.
I don't like the colors on that Donovan Mitchell.
There's no redeeming quality of that model of shoe. Whatever the Spider-Man 6s.
It looks like patent leather on there. What is the green? Like that's not a Christmas green to me. Like the background should be the shoe color.
I concur. And he probably, if he has any control, he probably said, I don't want just a straight up green shoe like Garland, like the Mitchells. So I don't hate the Donovan Mitchell is just absolutely horrible. Not one thing about that shoe am I like,
it looks like a Jordan 38 to me. Is it 30, 36, 38?
Don't you dare say that. That is extremely rude and
pull them up
disrespectful.
side by side, and you would say the same thing.
No.
All right. Well, this is going to lead me into one of our Christmas questions of the day. Actually, maybe the only one, but what's your favorite Christmas song? You're not a big Christmas song guy. I know. I was hoping that Dan was on here so he could, or Landon could give me a good Christmas song, but
no, I got it.
You're the one stuck on here.
Listen,
so you got.
I'll tell you. I got two. I'm sorry, I have to look up the exact artist. I'm gonna go. If you've hold up 1 second. Oh, This Christmas by Donny Hathaway is a flamethrower. That number one
by Donny Hathaway. I'll listen to it when we get off the pod.
Go listen to this is an interesting collab I never would have dreamed. Bing Crosby and David Bowie, Peace on Earth, the little drummer boy, fire. Go listen to Celebrate Me Home, Kenny Loggins, fire.
You're gonna have to text me all these.
I will.
You got a few more than I thought you would.
Yeah. And then lastly, and this is because it's my favorite Christmas movie. Did we talk about this last week?
Maybe. Go on.
My favorite Christmas movie is Gremlins.
Yeah, I knew that, but I don't know.
Fringe Christmas movie, if that's what you want to call it. But nonetheless, that's my favorite Christmas movie. Watched it 3 times already. Anyway, the first scene in that movie is I can't remember the artist. Christmas. 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 That's the best Christmas song of all of them.
Baby, please come home. That one?
Yes. By far, that's my favorite Christmas song.
Okay.
And then the rest of them, go look them up because they're.
You're gonna have to text me all those.
Very good.
Man,
I'll text you. You're not. Are you a big Christmas music guy?
I like Christmas music.
Wow, I hate it.
I do. I don't know. It gives me the warm and fuzzies.
All right. Well, can I tell you
the
something?
one I've been on here? I've got one for you. This one is like a very spiritual one.
Okay.
And you can feel it in your soul. But it's "Oh Holy Night" by Josh Groban.
Woo! Oh,
it's
"Oh Holy Night" will make you.
Yeah, and you feel it in your soul.
Okay.
Trying to think of some others that I've got. Oh, we've been on my son in his Christmas program saying "Go Tell It on the Mountain."
Mm.
So we've been strong on that one. Love that song. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think.
Okay, so listen, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
for it.
saying this as a. This is just I'm saying it out loud. So I hate things. Hayes hates musicals. Loathe
Oh, I
musicals.
hate
I hate
musicals
musicals.
too. My
Listen, I
least
hate
favorite movie of all time is The Sound of Music.
I hate every
I hate
musical.
that musical.
Going back to when I was a child, I remember my
I'm with you.
parents forcing me to watch any musical, you name it. We were a homeschool family. My dad is really into extremely music, very emotional experience for him, like with music, and he's extremely talented. But nonetheless, I hate musicals. I think it's a total waste. But my wife, I don't know about you, it's sometimes difficult to get stuff for your wife, and my wife was like, I asked her months ago, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas?" And she was like, "Well, I really want you to get the flower beds ready to mulch in the spring." And I was like, "I can do that in the spring. Like, that's not a Christmas present." Like, she doesn't listen to this podcast a lot, so I can say all this. So I was like, "Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to take you." She loves Christmas music, loves it. She's the Mix 92.9 all December, right? She's that person. I was like, here's your choices. We can go see the Nutcracker at TPAC, or we can go to Handel's Messiah at the Schermerhorn. And if you know, based on this conversation, I hate this. But she picked Handel's Messiah. And I'll probably cry more than once. So Friday night, we're going to Handel's Messiah at the Schermerhorn with the Nashville Symphony. And I'm kind of excited, not going to
There
lie.
you go.
But it will be
Yeah.
a spiritual. I'm assuming, I don't know Handel's Messiah. I could probably pick it out if you played it and I was like, oh, that's Handel's Messiah. I'm that
Yeah, I don't
type.
know if I could.
But kind of excited, not going to lie.
Yeah.
But I hate Christmas music. Hate it.
Yeah, what you're saying.
Well,
Okay, Nutcracker. I don't even know if I would have offered that. I don't think my wife would want that, but that one's painful for me. I think I have some childhood trauma going to watch the Nutcracker.
so listen, whoa, hold up. So let's
Okay,
stop there. So it's just two dudes like chatting it up, and we're not married, but like, call me crazy. I felt that was a big whatever that I was like, hey, let's go see the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, yes. That was selfless.
I don't want to say that about myself, but I think it was very selfless that I was like, hey, let's go see the Nutcracker at TPAC. I'm in.
Yeah. To pretend, I don't want to say pretend because then it sounds like you're a bad guy, but to muster up excitement,
yes,
and not negativity, to
motivation and motivation
Correct.
to say, I'm going to get us tickets to XYZ.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Have you?
impressive.
Do you have any? This is off topic a little bit. Do you have any stories like that? That I have a good story. Do you want me to tell you a story?
Yeah, go for it. That's what we're here for.
So it's 2002. How old are you in 2002?
I'm 8 years old.
I'm 22. I'm 22 years old. I'm going to Lipscomb. Shout out Bisons. And I decide that I can't remember if it had to be around this time of year. No, it was summertime. I was like, you know what? I want to, my fiance at this time, my wife, like, I want to get her a gift, like just for fun. She loves, like, we're opposites attract. So she loves plays and musicals, and that's her thing, and that's fine. And so I'm working my butt off, going to Lipscomb, working during like right after I'm doing landscaping, and the Phantom of the Opera is in Nashville. And I was like, I'm going to surprise my fiance with Phantom of the Opera tickets. So I get these tickets like $200 a pop, even for nosebleeds at this point. I'm like, okay, I got it. So it's a whatever, Tuesday or something like that. And we're still in college. We drive into Nashville. She drives into Nashville because work. It's fine. I'm living here with my parents. I get these tickets to Phantom of the Opera nosebleeds. We go in there and buy $250 a ticket, something like that. I'm asleep by song 2. Sleep through the whole thing. I've been working all day. I'm exhausted. And turns out she was super pissed at me because I should have saved my money. But I have a sense of pride about that I was willing to go to something that I absolutely hate because I love this person so much. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lesson in there somewhere of, think outside yourself. In that situation, she was not happy with me that I paid $250 for a ticket
to take a nap.
And I dang near slept near the whole thing. So I'm, Handel's Messiah should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I think I would like going to see the Nashville Symphony. I've never been.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
To the Schermerhorn. I've never been to the Schermerhorn.
Cool. Well, you'll have to give us an update on
I
that.
Will.
Well, I didn't really get all of my. I have a ton of favorite Christmas music. I mean, just depends on the day. But
wow,
yeah, I know. The follow-up question here is: if you're an NBA player and you didn't,
what a left turn.
I know you had a signature shoe, or you didn't. You just had a PE. What Christmas song would your Christmas player edition be based on? And could you describe that sneaker?
Can you?
Oof, I don't know. That's tough. I would think.
I mean, KD already has this. He's beaten us to the punch.
Frozen.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's easy and it looks good.
Yeah. Frozen's a good. I don't know if that's a Christmas song, but it's
a winter based song. On a Christmas song?
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, it's going to have to be something nostalgic based on what I said, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Got to be 70s.
So, I mean, you could go
subtle.
Like
it's got to be
Anthony
more subtle.
Edwards, Blue Christmas. Chuck Berry, Run Rudolph Run.
Mason. No, it's Dan. When Dan go back to like episode 2, Dan told this story about he bought this huge collection of shoes from somebody in Atlanta. The only shoe he had in my size I bought from him because I was like, I gotta buy a pair of shoes from you. The only pair he had was the KD. Remind me what it was.
KD 6
Christmas. They're red.
I've got them out right now.
Do you really? Did I sell them to you? No. Did I give them to you?
You either gave them to me or we traded. I think you might have given them to me.
I probably gave them to you. That is the shoe. That's the only shoe that I can think of that I would even. It's nostalgia at this point. But it's a good shoe. It's all red. It's got the snowflakes on it. Did you freeze up, Mason?
No.
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay. It's got the snowflakes on it. It's got the shoe clasp or whatever you call. What do you call it? Oh shoot.
The like lace lock.
Lace lock. It's got the lace
It's got
locks.
ornament. Yep.
It's red.
I wore those. So I got 2 pairs of Christmas PEs or that one and then a PE. I wore those to church for youth group
Heck yeah.
a couple weeks ago, and
Heck yes.
everybody was talking about those shoes. The other ones I have, which I don't know, they're both the same vibes. They've got that mint green, which I just love that color. It's such a good color. You normal people probably wouldn't know this, but Rajon Rondo wore it in 2011 or 2012. It's a flight, a Hyperposit. Yeah, Hyperposit. And it's a Christmas PE that Rajon Rondo wore. It's like all mint with accents of like a scarlet. Yeah, it's also an Amari Stoudemire shoe. Like that's the first person you would think of when you saw this shoe, I think. But it's a bit like if they redid foams with like the Hyperfuse technology, kind of. That's what it looks like. I'm fairly positive it's called the Hyperposit.
Oh, I remember those. That's a Christmas shoe. That shoe is awesome. Man, I would not have pegged that as a Christmas shoe. I never thought of that as a Christmas shoe.
Are you looking at the right
I'll show
colorway?
you. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's
So
not as
yeah.
it's not like it's mint. It's really light green.
Very light. Yeah. So the ones he actually wore, these are still called the Rondo Christmas Air Max Hyperposits. But the ones he actually wore, the like picture that you just had, is a bit different. So those are the exact ones that I have. But the ones he wore, I think, had a red or like a scarlet swoosh on them instead of the gray. But
that shoe is. Oh, here's the scarlet swoosh. That's in game.
Yeah. So they modified it just for the release, but it is
that shoe is so sick.
It's a dope pair of shoes, and the gray on the like around the tongue is 3M as well, so it's got like the reflective on it.
You still have these?
Yeah, they're a half size too small, and that plastic does not stretch. They're actually 11. And boy, my feet do hurt, but I love wearing those shoes.
I remember those. Those are absolutely sick.
Yeah.
Don't ever sell them. I feel bad that I got rid of the Katie Christmases.
Oh, you can have them back.
No, I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to be an Indian giver. Is that a thing?
I don't know. I think I might find a way to
Poll
to you.
No, do not do that. Poll, I do not need any more shoes. Poll for the tribe is Indian giver. Is that a racial slur? Or would you call that a slur?
Did you also mean to call it a tribe?
I did. I did.
There we go.
Man, I did not know you had those. Those are so sick, man. That shoe is. Oh, there is no Christmas song I would name it like. This is a horrible question. Because there's not one. Like, it's going to be all red or all.
Here's what I've come up with. This is the only one I've
got. Right ahead. Let's do it.
This is a more than just a song, but I'm going with the whole thing. If I was given one of my favorite artists musically is Justin Timberlake.
Wow. Did not know that about you.
Not because of his musical talents, but I think he's a great entertainer. and I think
Okay.
he's a really funny person. And so he was in NSYNC, who has "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays." Justin Timberlake also had the JTH on in the Super Bowl. You know,
He
the
also
Jordan 3s with the
Jordan
swoosh.
3s with the
Yeah.
line on the bottom.
Yep, and the swoosh
Mhm.
on the 3s. And so I think I would do that shoe. It'd be
Mm.
weird to play in, but just give me a Christmas version of that
Mm.
shoe. "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays." Great Christmas song too.
Wow.
So
That's a
I'll do
great
that.
idea, Mason.
Thanks.
I didn't see that. Wow.
I
I did
try to
not
get
see
full
any
circle
of
going.
that coming. I hate that song.
Really?
Happy holiday. Now, granted, I hate all Christmas music pretty much. Wow, that's a really good one. I mean, I
Thanks.
can't beat it because
Who's
what I
your
would come up with would be
your
stupid.
Scrooge? But
Yeah.
let's get off Christmas for a minute. Let's try to run through the rest of this news here in the last 15 minutes that we got. But
Hey, is next Wednesday Christmas or is it Tuesday?
next Wednesday is Christmas.
So we could do. I think I should be good. I mean, so if you want to do a podcast,
I don't know if I'll be. I'm not committing to that.
okay, Friday. Oh, Friday, I can't.
You can't Friday.
We're gonna have to
Okay.
figure out next week to keep the streak alive. I'm fine to do a solo, but
We'll figure it out.
hey, listen, I should bring this up while I'm thinking about it. Matt Clark would like to be involved, and Bourbon Mike would like to be involved in the year finale of
Okay.
top sneaker of the year or whatever it is. They would like to be involved.
All right, let's do that then. All right. Now looking at some PEs, we just talked about some. We've got one that hopefully might come out to a public release, but this is the Devin Booker Fragment.
Saw him.
You saw these?
This is
What do you think?
so sick. It's hard to critique the shoe. It is a good one. An ode to his Kentucky roots. I like the snakeskin. I like the
Snakeskin, Arizona. You got the play there too.
I like the fact the simple detail of the opposite side of the swoosh, this different
Mhm.
color. This is a dope shoe. Like this
It
is
is.
it's a great execution. It's a great idea. Oh, sick one.
Yeah. I want him to do more of this. And I like the Solar Red Air Max colorway and some of the other PEs that he does. But like for Christmas, I don't even know if the Suns have a Christmas Day game. I'm sure they do. But like,
Are they good enough to have a Christmas Day game?
They've got the names, right? Like you
Well,
got KD.
I haven't
don't
even
know
looked
if
at the
they're on
schedule.
Christmas, but I just hope he doesn't do the Grinch Kobe. Like he loves the Kobe's. That just feels way too easy. It's like do a Justin Timberlake
Yeah,
shoe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
That's
bet
all
he
I've got to say.
does.
But
I mean, he's got to be at some point. He's got to do a
yeah,
Grinch.
yeah. But this, yeah, like you said, knocked it out of the park with these. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. They are the Fragment D-Book ones.
The question, I haven't seen these, and I saw this picture, obviously, but is this like all over print, or is it actually got texture to it? Do you know?
The close-up looked like it had texture, but I'm not entirely sure.
If that's the case, then this is a 10. If
Yeah.
it's all over print, it'd be like an 8. But if it's got like the texture with it, oh, bro.
I just love Fragment. Like this is a typical Fragment colorway with the blue and the black on there. I just think it's so cool. I think this is such a cool shoe.
This is absolutely a dope shoe. No doubt about it.
All right, next up. This is a high price shoe right here, but coming Valentine's Day of 2025, we've got a Ja 2 Swarovski. And the little crystals
I have not seen this.
are on so if I'm describing it for our podcast listeners, The scratch colorway of the Jaw 1 that had like the grizzly scratches down the side, that is on the Jaw 2. And inside the scratch marks are the Swarovski crystals. And these are going to retail at $550. And yes,
Holy
that's a lot of
crap.
money, but you should try to buy them because there's only 1,999 pairs available. So you're going to make your money back. It's $550, but I'd be surprised if you couldn't sell these for quadruple. You can get $2,000 for these, right?
Ow.
I mean, why wouldn't you? There's only
For a Jaw
2,000 of
2?
them. There's only
You
2,000 of them.
You think he's? I mean, if
you
it
probably
was
sell these to Jaw's dad.
if the gun stuff never happened, I agree with you. As it is, I would see these going for 700 something. Because of
I think
I think he really screwed himself. I'm not homering. I'm just being reality. I'm really trying to be the voice of reality here. I think he screwed himself to that level that I just don't think he has enough positive whatever you want to call it going on right now to warrant that.
I would like
but
to
I think
say
you end up 700 something. I don't think that's anything to shake a whatever at.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I would say if there are people out there who would not buy this because of the stuff that Jaw has done,
No, hold up. I think they would buy it, but I don't think they're going to buy it for $1,000.
I would say that Travis Scott's done worse stuff. Kanye maybe
killed people in a devil worshipping hour. That's so horrible.
Maybe Kanye.
Oh, because he hates Jews. That's over, bro.
Yeah, I would say check yourself in the mirror if you're willing to buy those shoes and not a pair of Jaws. Now, if the price is outrageous, that's fair. But
I'm just devil's advocate.
I understand.
Advocating.
I'm God advocating.
Okay.
Advocating is the word we're looking for.
Yes. I don't love this shoe. I'm not
all black.
Yeah, we're on the same. As soon as I saw it, I was like, Mason's going to say the same thing.
Yeah, this
cool
is a
idea. Also, would never want to wear a shoe that costs that much money. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
it just seems,
especially a pure basketball shoe like this.
It seems irresponsible. It does. To your what you've said, even in text, it makes this shoe even more Kobe 5 or whatever it is, bro. It's just a ripoff.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, something that we somewhat glossed over, but releasing Valentine's Day 2025 is what we said at the beginning. I could be wrong, but the reason this releases on Valentine's Day, it's not for Valentine's Day. It's for NBA All-Star Weekend. The timeline is perfectly set up. So the Super Bowl is February 9th. So that means the weekend after that will be All-Star Weekend in the NBA, which would be, 2 days after Valentine's Day. So I would assume this is the All-Star version of the Jaw 2. This is probably what he wears in the All-Star game. Just trying to read between the lines, but I haven't confirmed that by reading any articles or anything. It's just something that popped in my head. So
it's also assuming he makes the All-Star team at, look, I'm a homer and I'm just really playing devil's advocate. He scores about 23 a game and about 7 assists. And now, granted, Grizzlies are playing good. They're third or fourth in the West.
He's gonna get in.
But bro, I don't know how much We pay attention to the same things. The NBA is not getting a lot of good. They are not getting a lot of love right now. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Is they're getting a
Still
lot.
football season. People pay attention after Christmas.
I typically would agree, but man, it feels like it is just nothing but negative press right this moment in time. And I think the other thing is the face of the league is really up for grabs. And as much as I love John Morant, he's just shot himself in the foot too many times for that to be him right now.
Pun intended.
And I hate that is the case. But it is absolutely true. And bro, all this stuff that
Hey, just think about this though. Think about this, and we'll probably skip over to more sneakers after this. But so LeBron retires, opens up the Las Vegas team. They call them the Las Vegas Shooters, and they get Brandon Miller and John Morant to be their one.
Man, I'm in.
There we go.
I'm their biggest fan, probably. I'm probably their biggest fan.
Like Gilbert Arenas coaches got another gun in there. It's like Plexico Burris is their ambassador. The sideline ambassador.
They dedicate every game to Bison Dele. Remember that story where he like raped somebody and then killed them?
I don't know who that is, but that is terrible. We're moving on. All right. And Adidas signed Damian Lillard to a lifetime contract. This I think it came out today.
Does he sell that many shoes with them?
I don't know.
Have you ever known a human being to own a pair of Dames? Exactly. He's got a lifetime contract.
It's a lifetime contract. He's one of now 4 active NBA players with a lifetime contract. Can you name the other 3?
LeBron, Steph.
Yep. Don't overthink it.
Current players?
Active. Yep.
Active
Current players.
KD.
Yep.
Wow. So one more?
No, that's it. He's the 4th. Yep.
Oh, wow.
The one that I was looking for that I thought would have one before
Austin Reeves
is James Harden. He's on Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he sells more than Dame, I think. I like Dame way better than James Harden. But it feels like James Harden, like, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't, but you don't think so?
James Harden has had it's all relative. James Harden has had a fast fall off in popularity.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's weird that, but it's relative, right? He's not scoring 36 points a game. He's scoring 22 points a game, and he's like, it's all relative. Did you see he debuted his new shoe this week too?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Speaking of new shoes, I'm gonna just try to keep us on pace to keep going.
Yeah, keep going. I just looked at the clock.
We got a new shoe, and we're gonna SOM it. I don't really feel too excited about SOMing this shoe. I'm gonna be honest, so I'm gonna leave it to you. But we saw the Zion 4 coming out. I think Zion played. Oh, he might have played like 60 games in the Zion 3, maybe a little less.
I would bet he played 40.
Yeah, you're probably right. What are your thoughts? Thoughts on the Zion 4? We're showing it on YouTube right now, so hit the YouTube. And Hayes is gonna SOM it for you if you're on the pod.
This is the first I've seen this shoe. So, number one, I appreciate that he did the ode to the Jordan brand with the elephant type print thing. I like that.
Yeah, it's like a elephant print, but instead of like the lines, it's like a topographical map.
Yeah. That
Or
good way of saying it.
be like if Still Drippin' made an elephant print with some droplets on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are we on? Is this Jordan 39? Is that where we are?
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely some hints of 39. No doubt. This is in the same like the universe. This is definitely in the same universe as the 39. The Jordan logo looks huge here. I don't know why it looks so big to me.
Definitely got a very weird midsole Jordan Air Zoom thing there.
I do appreciate how simple it is. There's not a lot going on. It's not complicated. There's not a strap on it. Man, this is a tough Air Max 97. There's some I'm somming a little bit of that with the lines.
Yep. I can see that.
And even the colorways like the silver bullet. Is this like what kind of material is this on the upper? It's not patent leather, but it's shiny.
It's shiny. It looks just like a plastic.
Okay.
Well, not a hard plastic though. Like a vinyl.
Okay.
I don't know.
So some sort of shimmer on it.
Yeah.
And then it also looks like, do you remember the era recently 10 years ago where we went through the glow in the dark sole? This looks like the sole glows in the dark. It looks like the Yeezy Foamposite, where if you shine a light on it really, really, really bright, it's going to glow.
Yeah.
I hate Zion. I hate Duke. I hate anything that he's going to be involved with. So I'm not a great person to ask, but this is a big improvement from the 3. I'll say that. Big improvement from the 3. I like the subtle elephant print thing that's going on.
That's that's the biggest part to like, in my opinion, too.
Yep. I don't like how big this Jordan thing is. Also, you want to talk about I'm in sales. You can talk about some big buyer's remorse right now. Zion Williamson is buyer's remorse.
This is shoe number 4. He will not get more than 5 shoes.
No way.
He
what's his contract? It's a 5. There's no
contract.
He goes past this.
Think about this. 5 years. Jordan signed him as a rookie. 5 years, $75 million. He gets his own shoe. They have to give him a Zion 5.
Oh. Eek.
$75 million. This guy. So I was looking it up today, and let me see if I have the notes that I wrote down. So he's been in the league for 6 years. He was drafted in 2019. Keegan Murray for the Kings was drafted in 2022 and has played seven less games than Zion. 3 years after him. Oh man, it's like terrible. He's averaging he's played in 38% of the games.
Oh Lord, I did not know that.
So if you take this is just a fun Tennessee fact for you. So him and Grant Williams were drafted in the same draft class. Grant Williams has played double the amount of games that Zion has played. He's played 380 games, and Zion's played 190.
Wow. That's
just
shocking.
absolutely crazy. So
You would never guess, but it's also so I can think of another man. This is the most Homer comment I'm ever going to make. No, that's not true, but I hate Duke. Let me be crystal clear. F them. And Harry Giles comes to mind, where Harry Giles was supposed to be generational Tim Duncan type talent. He gets a bunch of injuries. Look, that's not his fault, but he ends up, even I think he grew up as a Carolina fan, goes to Duke, and it's like, shh, don't go to Duke. For every Jason Williams there or Jason Tatum, there is a dozen Zion Williamses. Harry Giles. The list goes on and on. Look, don't go to Duke. Go anywhere but there.
Yeah, I think when Zion was drafted, I guess we weren't doing this podcast yet.
No, 2019.
2019. But I think maybe on this podcast, maybe I've said it, but I remember saying, like, he can't be good until he loses a ton of weight because he's going to be injured. And man, that's probably one of the best predictions I've ever made.
You did a good job. You were absolutely correct.
Jumping 40 inches in the air when you're 280 pounds is not good for your knees.
Which is also why Ja said 2 weeks ago, I'm done dunking, right? And he's 180 soaking wet, 6'3".
He needs a landing coach is what he needs. He doesn't need a jumping coach.
Okay.
He doesn't know how to land, man. He jumps so high. It's dangerous.
Correct.
But yeah, I agree with you.
Hey, let's be real. If this shoe was on anybody else but Zion, I'd probably say this is a 8 or 9. Given all the circumstances.
Like a different colorway, maybe.
Yeah. No, I don't hate this. Given what we just talked about, this is a 4 or 5. But it's largely because the stock and the projection is so off from reality. Probably.
Yeah. I'm with you. All right. I had a few fill in the blanks and questions, so I'm going to save them till next week, and I'm going to just hit you with the last bit of news, and then we'll play one game and get out of here. So, Travis Hunter wins the Heisman, signs with Adidas, kind of out of left field. I think everybody, I don't know. I feel like everybody thought he was going to Nike because of Prime in Colorado, but I wouldn't be surprised if Deion, said, you don't have to go to Nike. Like, they kind of screwed me for a long time. They had a huge feud until Prime got to Colorado, and they kind of had to live with each other. And so they started bringing out all the Prime shoes back, and, Prime got paid and everything. But so Travis Hunter goes to Adidas. We'll see what they do with that. I mean, they've got Mahomes already, not a very charismatic. He's the best, but Tom Brady was an Under Armour athlete and nobody cared, right? I mean, Patrick Mahomes,
football
nobody really cares.
Doesn't sell shoes anymore.
Right. And, it'd be cool for Nike if, unfortunately, turf fields aren't AstroTurf anymore, so you're not going to get shoes ever again. It's going to be cleats. But maybe, Adidas with Travis Hunter can do some, I don't know, some OBJ type stuff. You're not going to sell shoes per se, but maybe you can turn heads. Get some Adidas pumps in there, get the AE1 football cleats, all that stuff going. That would be pretty cool. So, I'm going to skip forward to our question of the day. We'll get those other questions in next time. But here we go. Who dat? Still dripping happy hour. Hayes, you ready? I'm only giving you high schools now because I think that's the funnest part of it. So, College UNC, the high schools are Concord, Montverde, and Cox Mill in Concord, North Carolina.
Joel Berry?
No. There's a more, I think it's more recent than Joel Berry.
Dayron Sharp.
No.
Oh, he went to Mount Bird. More recent than that?
Daron Sharp. No.
It's like 2020.
I think so.
Wow, Concord.
He's played in the league.
Oh,
But
so it's
I want to
earlier.
say he's like 22 to 2020. Yeah, 22 to 25. No. He's born in 1999. So he's 25 years old right now.
Oh, okay. Earlier.
Sorry,
than Daron.
18 to 23 is when he was at North Carolina. Right now, he plays for the Capital City Go-Go.
Wow.
His NBA career history is Charlotte Hornets, Greensboro Swarm, Capital City Go-Go.
Charlotte. So he got homered
Yep.
in 2023.
Yeah.
Some more recent. Hold up. Pete Nance.
No.
Oh,
You're gonna kick yourself over this one.
not Kennedy Meeks. Isaiah Hicks. Nope. He wasn't in the Hornets. Marcus Page. Nope.
Defensive guy.
Man. I'm going to
Leaky.
Oh, man. Concord. I forgot he got drafted by the Hornets. Is he still in the league?
He was undrafted.
Yeah, I was
He's
going to say
in the G League right now.
Oh, Hayes Holland. Leaky Black. Rashawn Leaky Black.
I am surprised you didn't get that one. I really thought you were going to
really
get that
surprised as well. Concord should have been the. I was due to miss one.
Yeah, three high schools. That's a lot to keep up with there. All right. Well, I told you I was going to tell you a story, but I think I'm not. I think
Do
we're
it.
gonna
No,
go to
tell the
bed.
story. I'd like to know the story.
Well, we did the 75 hard. Well, this past week. So I'll rewind. This past week, I wore the Rajon Rondo Christmas PEs, which is a weird thing to call them. Like, who wears a Rajon Rondo PE? But I wore it to our Christmas party with our small group at church, and it was a bring your own cocktail Christmas party, the best kind, I would say. So we made a drink. Everybody made drinks. I think there was 5 different drinks there. And I forgot where I was going with this story. Oh, I remember now. So I try them all different kinds of stuff. Favorite one, I don't like coffee, but it was espresso, mojito. No, not mojito. I'm blanking on the name. What is it? A mojito?
Usually, if you're going to go
Martini.
Martini, so it's
That's
vodka?
what it was. No, so it was a Mexican martini espresso with tequila.
Oh,
and man,
I couldn't imagine that.
It was good. It was so good. And after 75 hard, I haven't been, we hadn't been drinking a ton.
Same as me, which is why I'm like, yeah.
But I think I've got some of that Hayes Holland grizzled liver because I don't think I lost too much of my stamina.
Good for you.
I don't know if I'll ever be a lightweight again.
Okay.
It's like
keep going.
Felt pretty good. So I don't know. We'll see after this next bout of 75 hard. But yeah, not a big coffee guy, but
was it warm or was it?
It was
cold brew.
It was probably cold brew. Yeah.
Also, I totally forgot you're not a coffee guy. Big, huge coffee guy.
You would like this. It was
Huge coffee man.
delicious.
The only thing I've ever had that's even remotely good to what you are describing is an Irish coffee, which is typically it's going to be like bourbon or whiskey, a shot or two in coffee with Irish cream and brown sugar. That's the only thing I've ever had that's coffee based in that world.
Yeah.
But that sounds good.
Yeah, no, I mean all the drinks were really good.
Interesting.
I made a an apple cider margarita.
Oh, mama. Sita.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it. Everybody's been sharing their recipe, and I'm looked up a recipe and then did not like it, and so I kind of just, taste tested mine till I liked it, and so I don't know what to put in as our as our recipe. It's like just kind of
What? Tell me what it is right now.
the recipe was.
The recipe.
So it was about sorry, camera down. Oh gosh, this is bad radio. So in the apple cider margarita, you had, of course, apple cider, limes, tequila. I made, and I'm not sure. This is the part where the ingredients is tough to grasp. Is I made like a cinnamon simple syrup. So it was like mixed up boiled water, mixed up brown sugar, cinnamon.
Ooh, wow.
And that might be it, but it wasn't a lot. But it was really heavy on the cinnamon, so you could taste it through the lime juice. The lime juice was really hard to get past. And
so there's a lot of lime in it.
Yeah, lime is just a very tart thing, and so an apple cider is not a strong taste if you just have apple cider and mix it. So I did go heavy on the apple cider. It was probably if you break it down, it's probably 3 parts tequila, 2 parts apple cider, 1 part lime juice, 1 part agave.
You made this up or you Googled it?
So I started on ChatGPT.
Okay.
But it was like it tasted when I did their recipe, it tasted exactly like a lime margarita.
Did
like
it win?
Cider.
You won?
I don't know who won. I would say everybody just had their favorites. I don't think we did really a vote. But a lot of people really liked it.
How did you present it?
See, the presentation was not very good.
Okay.
Not very good at all. I should have done like a cinnamon sugar
cinnamon
rim
stick. Yes, you should have.
And,
I was thinking that as
I
you were
did
saying
think
that.
A cinnamon stick in it would have been great presentation as well.
Indeed.
Which we had those at our house, but the party wasn't at our house, so I didn't want to take them with me. So
for some reason, nutmeg is also coming to mind, like something nutmegish in there.
Yeah,
or like pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. Man.
So I'll tell you the other ones since we're over time on the here.
I can't believe we're this far over.
I know.
And I'm just chilling.
We're turning into a long form podcast.
I think we've always been a long form.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Find this Fab Five. So we had hot honey cranberry margaritas.
Man, stop.
Good.
Stop.
Cheermeister bourbon punch.
I'm not listening anymore. Stop.
It's fantastic.
Stop. You had me at the hot honey. I'm done. I'm not listening anymore. Look.
The headphones are out. All right. Yeah.
I'm good.
So
Thank you. I would have voted.
We had yeah, I did not go light on the drinking. I tried them all. Peppermint mocha something was the last one.
Stop.
Peppermint mocha cocktail. So that was vodka
Stop.
in that one.
I'm done with this. Like,
Yeah, the tequila espresso martini. That
oh
was
Lord.
yeah,
And
that
I
was
forgot
really
you're not
good.
a coffee guy. Can you do me a favor? Because you work close to this place. Mason lives close to this Amish store. And in that Amish store, they have this coffee that's called, oh shoot. They only have one coffee. I'm pretty picky. You should go in and get the bold. And it's only whole beans, so you have to grind it up. If you don't have a not
Grinder.
grinder, coffee
Sure.
grinder. No,
Yeah.
go get it. Some of the best coffee I've ever had. Man, I don't know why
Free
you're not a
shout out.
coffee guy. Free shout out. Go to the Amish store, buy some coffee, grind it up, drink that coffee. It's the best coffee I've ever had.
Wow. All right.
The Amish people know how to make some coffee beans, bruh. Do it. I have 2 bags in my.
And with that, well, I think you have a plug, so
Yeah, I do. But I buy it for the real price. So go buy it.
all right. Well, we love you all. This has been episode 199. If you're only a podcast listener, you probably think that we've missed some weeks because I fail to upload in a regular basis sometimes. Sometimes we get a little behind on that upload. But check the YouTube. We've been going 199 weeks strong. 199 weeks in a row. Next week,
Hey,
we look
Mason.
200.
Listen, Mason is being humble. This is Mason's baby. It's his birth child. It's his. We are however many months old because of Mason. Shout out to Mason. But go listen. Thank you if you're in Singapore. Thank you if you're in Bangladesh. Thank you if you're in whatever. You know the email address at this point. That means I got to figure out how to get into the email. Follow the algorithm. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate it.
We do. We do indeed. We thank you all, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Merry Christmas if we don't get to you before then. Peace.
Amen.